Hello and welcome back. For those of you new here, my name is Evie and we are jumping back on in to one of the last couple of episodes of my alphabet zoo. Now, this little cutie patootie, little piglets are so freaking cute. Last episode I did this absolute monster of a of a habitat for the Wizen and the wild boar. And now we don't have an X animal. So I'm thinking maybe a gift shop. Before we jump on into building a gift shop, let's just do a little bit of management, shall we? The barrier is looking pretty run down on that one, so let's get that one going. What have we got? Overcrowding for the jaguar. I'm guessing some little bambinos did age up. Yes, they did, just the one. So let's release that bad boy to the wild. Common ostrich. I'm gonna release some blue wildebeest as well. Whoops, I think I just got rid of the alpha. My bad. I'm sorry, guy. Who else do we have here? We have the common ostrich, which we have too many of as well. Let's get rid of all of those, shall we? Please say that's released all three. Nice. I'm gonna go check on the capybaras. I know we've had a few bambinos born. Okay, Ricardo, you're out of here. Jose. Like, I know. Okay, why did Miguel not leave? This is how they stitch me up. I say, okay, yeah, let me just trade some of these out, and then they don't trade them all out, and then I forget. And I end up with a million babies. Miguel, you're out of here. Okay. Okay, that's a few. Felipe, you're also out of here? I don't need these kind of shenanigans going on. I can probably even get rid of a few of the females. Let's go. Let's just keep those top three, shall we? Okay, that should rein it in for a small period of time. If we're lucky, maybe. Let's go check on the alpine ibex. I don't know if that's a little baby boy. That's a little girl, okay. Although the boy has also aged up. Release that one to the wild. Beautiful. I feel like I need to check on the Formosan black bear. I just have a sneaky suspicion. Oh, there's just some babies. That's alright. I wasn't sure if I'd seen that they'd aged up or not, but two little bambinos, little boy, little girl. Very, very cute. Okay, I've decided I'm going to build some small little shells of a gift shop that I can plonk around the joint. I do realize I think that is a gift shop just over here, now that I've said that. Souvenir shop. But I'm going to build one here and we can put them wherever we want. So they're not going to be overly large. It'll just have a nice selection of goodies for the guests. So without further ado, I'm going to let Time-Lapse Evie take over and we're going to get this bad boy started. Well, hello, it is Time-Lapse Evie here. Just thought I'd join you guys for this little build. Now, it's not as little as I thought it might have been, okay? I never gauge the size of things very well in this game, and that's on me. I realized my mistake, but not until it was already done. You're also going to see another mistake that I make very shortly. And for anyone that has built a souvenir gift shop before, you will be screaming at your screens being like, that's not how you do it! And I know that now. Okay? I just thought I could build a shell, place all these things in it, and then just be like, yeah, this is my souvenir shop. No. Wrong. Very wrong. You have to place a little souvenir floor tile and then like do extenders, and it's not as simple as I thought it was, and I didn't realize that until after I had already built everything. But don't fret. I do go in and actually fix it. So it is a functioning gift shop now. It is available on the workshop if anyone wants it. Don't know if you do, but it is there if it's something that you may be interested in. And I had so much fun building this. I thought in the beginning, I'm like, this is so daunting. Okay, there is so many things I'm gonna have to individually place and fill all the shelves. It was not what I'm used to building, and I was like, sometimes building something for the first time stresses me out. But alas, I did it. And I didn't realize that you actually click on these things and they fill them for you. I thought I was gonna have to place each individual item. So that was crisis number 1 averted. I'm also just not the best with building like nice interiors or exteriors to begin with. I am good at like copying stuff. If I see something, I'm like, oh, I could recreate that. but coming up with stuff on the spot really pushes me out of my comfort zone, so I make this up as I go. So sometimes things work out, sometimes they don't. This one, surprisingly, did work out. Look, it was a several different stages. I did it in like 3 different days, this build, but I got it done, and I'm remarkably happy with how it turned out. I think I've covered every single item that you can possibly put in here, including umbrellas, posters, mugs, puzzles, hats, more hats, some masks, whatever else there is to throw in these ones. And seeing it actually in the, like, game and people coming in and using it, it was really satisfying. I do have a clip at the very end of this whole video to finish it out with guests in here buying stuff. And I just had fun. You know what I don't have fun with though is roofs. I've never been good at it. My favorite function of like The Sims was when they had the auto roof function, so I didn't have to do it. I wish Planet Zoo had an auto roof function. It's wishful thinking that it's going to come to Planet Zoo 2, I know, but I also wouldn't be mad if they did it. Another gripe I have is when you build stuff on a grid, you know how it can slot like just beside each other? Like it either goes on like one side of the wall or the other side of the wall, but you don't know if they're all lined up perfectly till the very end. That grinds my gears. I would happily have that not an option. So if that could be not an option in Planet Zoo 2, that would also make me very happy. I had never gone through and looked at the scenery, props, I'm gonna call them props, that you do have with these. Like each individual item that you can see here can be placed individually as a prop and not through like the items for sale here. I have been sleeping on this. I could have been decking out shops left, right, and center, having a field day. I am so certain that there would be some absolutely incredible souvenir shop builds in the Steam Workshop. I just forgot what it was called for a second. You know what else I'm excited for with Planet Zoo 2? Is the built-in interface for community builds. You no longer have to get out of the game and go into Steam, find what you want, add it to your account, and get it into the game. It seems like it is a lot more just like intuitive and easy, and that's what I want, because I don't want to have to be like stopping and starting the game to find a build if I just want something placed easily. And there are so many talented builders out there that sometimes I don't want to build a little decoration, like little decorative piece, if I know that somebody out there has already done it. These tote bags, I'm sorry, I really have just been ignoring gift shops, and I don't know why I've been sleeping on them for so long, because they've been out a while. I just wanted behind these cashiers here to have like a little stockpile. Like there is no back room for them to like have products in if they need something restocked, or if somebody needs a different size and they're already behind the counter, they can just turn behind them and grab them. I like that idea greatly. I like it to be like, oh, can I have like this large shirt? There was only smalls out, and they just turn around and grab it. So I just thought I'd add a stockpile of little bits and bobs behind them, so if they do need to top up, hypothetically, something that the guests are buying, they have them all ready and available behind them. I think this is about it. I don't know what else they show you. I don't know if I breeze over the fixing of it, which I would have changed the shape of this whole build if I knew that I had to use that floor to begin with. So I do have to go in shortly and place a kind of garden around it to hide the extra flooring that is jutting out from it. Which in the end, it turned out right. I was happy with it. It looks nice. A little garden. Sometimes when you are forced to do something different creatively, it works out for the best. And I wasn't mad about it because I do love placing plants, and I feel like that is just like a really nice finishing touch. I'm also not showing you guys everything here because it is quite repetitive, placing like roof pieces. You guys don't need to see that. If you do want to see that, let me know, and I guess in the future I can keep that in, but I was trying to keep this as short as possible, even at like 4.5 times speed. What else was there that I'm about to do? I build a cheeky little, I don't know if it's like worldwide or if it's just an Australian thing. I'm assuming it's worldwide. If you go into a shop and something has like a security tag on it and you go to leave through these like pillory bars, they will beep at you, like it's just a security measure. I wanted to make those, so I did. And I was pretty happy with how they turned out. I sometimes like to just like put myself, this is what I'm creating now, out there. I'm just like, what do we have available to me that I can create this with? And I was so happy with how this turned out. I thought they looked legit. And I've never really tried to make realistic things, I feel like, in this game before. I have a couple of like little tree covers and stuff like that, but nothing to this extent. And I'm pretty happy with it. If you guys would like this piece individually put up on the workshop, I'm also happy to do that, just so you don't have to download the whole building to do so. This is what I mean by I fixed the flooring, made it so it was a functional gift shop, but by doing so, I had to have flooring jutting out on the side, and I was like, why? Why would it do this to me? But alas, no worries, because I got to place plenty of plants and make it look pretty and just have a great time doing it. And there was so many plants here that I was using, like these little ones here. I don't think I've ever used those before. And they come in a slightly different color variant too, where it's like a white patch on the leaf. Yeah, these ones here. So nice. I will definitely be using these in the future. I don't even know what they're called, but I fell in love with them when I was putting them down. I said, oh, they're beautiful. I love them so much. And I cannot wait to use them in some of my future builds. But this is coming to the end. You guys will get a little bit of a look of inside the shop shortly. But I hope you guys did enjoy this little time lapse. I will let Real-Time Evie take back over, and I'll see you in a second. Okay, I'm back. I have placed 2 of the gift shops. They're doing all right. They're not too bad. I decided to put one over near the Timberwolves over the back here to try and entice some more people over, as it is not really the best spot. Like, they've got to go out of their way to come have a look at this. If I got rid of that viewing area, maybe that would make sense, but I do like the viewing area in the cave, so we're just going to leave it as is. But yes, this is the gift shop. And look at it, it's beautiful. Kind of needs some lights in here. I'm waiting for the sun to actually come over this side of the zoo, and I can see that Felipe, a capybara, is about to mature, and I have a sneaky suspicion Felipe is a boy. And I don't want any more capybara babies. I'm wondering if all of these are about to mature. Pedro, Eduardo, Felipe, and Pablo. Pablo. No! I didn't actually want to click on Pablo. Pedro, Eduardo, Felipe, and Pablo. Protesters? What are they protesting? Let's release those ones to the wild. See, this is how I get stitched up. Why did that only release 3? I swear that was 4 boys I had selected. And I try and do the right thing and release them so I don't end up with a million babies. And then they don't release them all, and then I don't realize that I end up having so many babies. What are the protesters here for? I'll go to the Eurasian links and fix that first. Woo. Woo, 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 woo. Okay, let's just pause that because it's getting significantly out of hand. Birdie? Who has Birdie been breeding with? Alexander? Alexander? That is a strange... I've never seen it spelled like that. Okay, so let's release Svetlana. Baby brain is real, y'all, because I just deleted the only female and left 2 males in here together, and I don't realize, so we'll see how that goes, shall we? Oh, wild boar. So it looks like they breed like crazy. We have 10 little bambinos. Whoopsie daisy. Okay, who do we want to get rid of here then? I think we just need to get rid of the boys. Again. I say get rid of the boys, but there was a boy named Rachel? No judgment. I just thought I was going crazy for a second. Okay, I need to have a look at this little baby. Oh, gold standard. Look at that sweetie pie. Where are you going? Up onto the rock? You little sweetie pie. They are really freaking cute. Is that a baby? Excuse me. Well, I'm not going to be getting that one anytime soon. There we go. Ah, god damn it. I wasn't fast enough. Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't think... Oh no, it is a baby. Baby, baby, baby. Also, don't look at the inside of this habitat. Pretend you didn't see that. I actually don't know why I made the house so big and the outside not very big. Maybe I wanted them to be in such an enclosed space. I don't know. Playing with the wind chimes? Playing with the wind chimes? Pooping. I don't know. That's pretty cute. Now there must be a male here somewhere. Is the male in the tree? Male is in the tree. I don't fully know how they're staying like that, but he's not stuck up there, is he? Why is there... Oh, it's not enough climbing? Are they all like that? Stop right this second. Oh my god. Oh. We're not going to talk about the fact that it's levitating off the ground. Okay, everyone's climbing this tree right now. Did they rework the koalas? This one's about to get absolute mauled by its mother, but that's fine. I have never seen, for one, this many koalas climbing, and two, this many koalas climbing in the same tree. Traversable. So I can climb that one and that one. Do I need to put another tree? Okay. Okay. We might be onto something now, and they need more food enrichment? How did I not do that? What food enrichment do we think koalas will have? I really hope in Planet Zoo 2 they put a search feature for the filters, because scrolling this far, oops, too far, infuriating. They only have one type of food, or did I not research them enough? No, koalas are fully researched. The fact that they only have one's kind of annoying. What do I get if I do advanced research bonuses? Does that boost the education rating? Maybe I should try that. La Gibbon is about to have offspring. Nice. Let's just have a look at the... I'm not going to make the same mistake again. The La Gibbon. Because I know that they could come in different colour variants. Hold up. This is the first one we've seen that has been a different colour, and of course it comes from a different... It doesn't come from Frontier. I almost want to spend it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. We're going to do it. And we're going to send to the zoo, and I'm probably going to have to trade out a La Gibbon. Can I release it to the wild? I can! Okay, great. I only just realised when watching this back that I bought a male and deleted a female, so yeah. I'm going to have to fix that in the next episode because, once again, I don't know what I was thinking. I have a sneaky suspicion that my wild boars might be getting out of control. Just a thought. Because I swear I keep seeing them mating. Baby Wisent, how have I missed this? Oh, the sweetie pie. I love that they just go, every time I look at them, they just say, no, we're going into the shrub. We're going into the bush where you cannot see us. And I say, okay, that's fine. Don't worry about it. I didn't want to look at you anyway. Oh, there's little puppies everywhere. Is that another one over there? They have been getting down and getting busy. I am going to leave this episode here though. Oh, they're so freaking cute. And I did get a suggestion from one of you guys about, I know we haven't put any exhibit animals in this zoo so far. I don't know why I was against it. I think I just wanted to lean towards habitat more than exhibit, but there is an exhibit animal for Y, which is the next letter, and that is the yellow anaconda, I'm pretty sure. So I could do that. What do we think? What are our thoughts on that one? I think we might do it. You know what? I think we will. Sorry, I'm just reading the fun facts here. Yellow anacondas feed mostly on wading birds that they ambush from underwater. Terrifying. But that will be it for today's episode. I hope you guys did enjoy this. We coming to the end. We have 2 episodes left, Y and Z, which will be the yellow anaconda and the zebra, which I'm very excited for. And then if you guys would like, I might do like a walkthrough zoo tour of this entire zoo. Once I finish just like giving it a little zhuzh up. There's some undecorated parts that definitely need a little zhuzh. So I'll do that, and then we can do a nice little walkthrough tour if that's something that you guys would be interested in. I do have another series started if you guys have somehow missed that, and that is me fixing up my very first zoo, which is a little bit different to this. It is voiceover completely, time-lapse, nice short, sharp videos in preparation to hone my skills for Planet Zoo 2 coming out, which I am so freaking excited for. They announced the... I want to say short bill. That's not what it is. It's that scary ass giant bird. What the hell is that name? Shoebill. I was half there with Shortbill. Those terrifying birds are so freaking scary, and I love them and I hate them all at the same time. But they have been listening to us and our requests for what animals we would like, and I'm so excited to see that one come to Planet Zoo too. But thank you guys so much once again for hanging with me today, and I will see you next time. Bye!